are black people in England and they are in fact not called African Americans. I live in the UK, and one day one of my friends got chatting to an American tourist who tried to convince her that calling herself black was offensive, and that she should use African American. To which my friend said, "But my family have been in the UK for 3 generations, and I've never been to America." So, how is a country as different from a continent? He was 19 and a father of 2. To be fair, he can't be very smart if he's a father of 2 at 19. When I was a camp counselor, I had a girl, she was about 13, who absolutely insisted that raccoons were made up animals, like unicorns, or something. I wonder what other crazy crap someone told her when she was too young to question it that she believed for that long. Those are always funny. My friend told me snow came from the ground when I was 3 and I refused to believe my mom's boyfriend when he told me it came from the sky. Every day for a week before we had standardized tests, I would have to remind my students to learn their address so that they could fill out the forms. Every single year I had at least one student show up with no idea what to put down for their address on the bubble sheet. Sometimes I could pull up their information in our database. I taught 15-year-olds in 9th grade. TLDR. I occasionally had to teach 15-year-olds their own address. During the last year of high school, I tutored a group of 6 9-year-olds in after-school hours to get them up to the level of a little girl who called all colors blue, and absolutely refused to believe that colors all had different names. I met her parents once at a parent-teacher interview, and gently brought up that their daughter would do really well if she had some home help with color recognition. Her mother laughed and said, "Oh. Just remember every color, so that's the way we do it at home." Awesome. Great job, guys. A child being ignorant is one thing, but being willfully raised to be ignorant is another. I feel really bad that that kid has parents like that. My sister is always reminding her 6th grade students that deodorant is a useful tool to help you not smell bad. She often had to open the classroom's windows because the boys would smell so bad. My son's 4th grade teacher sent a letter home requesting all the kids wear deodorant. A little early, I thought, but I was wrong when I went into class to volunteer. Holy crap, some of those kids reeked. Must be the age where parents stop bathing them and the kids aren't themselves, because it was like a wet puppy smell more than a true pit stag. My teacher and swim coach had to tell me when I was in the 6th grade that I needed to wear a jock strap because my boner was making the girls I was swimming with uncomfortable. That must have been the most awkward conversation for your coach. I had older students in a GED program for 16, 21-year-olds. Some were close to being their last chance to not go to jail. The judge ordered them to get in a program. They all had access to proper facilities somewhere, but they did not always use them. More than once I had to explain that colonial perfume was not a good substitute for actually washing your stank butt, you know, with water and sand. I also had to tell students repeatedly that they would not pass the GED exam simply by having been in the class. They had to extend themselves and work toward the goal. Had never been held to high standards and had never finished anything. It was a sad but also uplifting class to teach. How do I reach these kids? Learning about astronomy. There was a girl in my class. That's the one we live on. Right. Very serious. Hey. When I was in year 10, one of the girls in my science class asked if many people died in the Big Bang. Year 10. I don't think anyone who was in that class has forgotten that moment. That's age 14 to 15 for all you Yanks. As a camp counselor for an overnight swim camp, I have had to stand outside of a bathroom stall and explicitly explain to a girl how to properly insert a tampon for the first time. This isn't sad really, but not something people typically think of. A girl in my class said she refused to eat marshmallows because they're made of poop. She had the idea that marshmallow came from old poop that has turned white. This was a 13-year-old girl, and we had to look it up before she would believe it, and I'm pretty sure she still wasn't sure. Plagiarism.